Song of the Shirt by Thomas Hood. With fingers weary and worn, with eyelids heavy and red, a woman sat in unwomanly rags, plying her needle and thread, stitch, 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 in poverty, hunger, and dirt, and still, with a voice of dolorous pitch, she sang the song of the shirt. Work, 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 while the clock is crowing aloof, and work, 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 till the stars shine through the roof. It's oh, to be a slave, along with the barbarous Turk, where a woman has never a soul to save. If this is Christian work, 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 till the brain begins to swim, work, 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 till the eyes are heavy and dim, seam and gusset and band, band and gusset and seam, till over the buttons I fall asleep, and sew them on in a dream. O men with sisters dear, O men with mothers and wives, it is not linen you're wearing out, but human creatures' lives. Stitch, stitch, stitch. In poverty, hunger, and dirt, sewing at once with a double thread, a shroud as well as a shirt. But why do I talk of death? That phantom of grisly bone, I hardly fear his terrible shape. It seems so like my own. It seems so like my own, because of the fasts I keep. O God, that bread should be so dear, and flesh and blood so cheap. Work, 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 my labor never flags. And what are its wages? A bed of straw, a crust of bread, and rags. That shattered roof, and this naked floor, a table, a broken chair, and a wall so blank, my shadow I thank, for sometimes failing there. Work, 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 from weary chime to chime, work, 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 as prisoners work for crime. Band and gusset and seam, seam and gusset and band, till the heart is sick and the brain benumbed, as well as the weary hand. Work, 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 in the dull December light, and work, 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 when the weather is warm and bright, while underneath the eaves the brooding swallows cling, as if to show me their sunny backs, and twit me with the spring. Oh, but to breathe the breath of the cowslip and primrose sweet, with the sky above my head and the grass beneath my feet, for only one short hour to feel as I used to feel before I knew the woes of want and the walk that costs a meal. Oh, but for one short hour, a respite, however brief. No blessed leisure for love or hope, but only time for grief. A little weeping would ease my heart, but in their briny bed my tears must stop, for every drop hinders needle and thread. With fingers weary and worn, with eyelids heavy and red, a woman sat in unwomanly rags, plying her needle and thread, stitch, 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 in poverty, hunger, and dirt, and still with a voice of dolorous pitch, would that its tone could reach the rich, she sang the song of the shirt. And one of the things is these gender things of it being, to whatever, don't quite apply, right? For only one short hour. Well, that's how our life is compared to the hereafter, is the idea. And the Christian work, I don't know exactly what they mean by that. The consciousness that as far as your Christian interpretation, this is the work that you should do, or is acceptable. Okay. The Bible says to believe and obey whoever is in charge, and I guess if you don't have a choice and you just work at whatever. Is that how it works? It's not as strict in consciousness and morality as other faiths are, but, you know, you definitely hear, well, he's a good Christian, like it's supposed to mean that they're better in that way. It's just, it doesn't work like that anymore. And gusset isn't just that thing in underwear, like it's any of that stitched in liners, you know. Sometimes they're double pockets, sometimes they're not.